Hi everybody, it's Leah Ruppel here from Straight Up Coaching, and this is an episode of Mind, Body, Movies, and I wanted to talk about when shit happens. And quite often people don't like to look at social media because they always think everything is rainbows and popsicles in people's lives, and that's when they post, and it's their trips and their happy families. And yes, that is something that we all do because it's time to celebrate, and a lot of the times we're sharing it with our friends and family who we don't get to see. So for that reason, I love Facebook. But there are times where people share heartfelt stories and newsworthy items that I think we need to band together and share. And sometimes it's a matter of putting perspective on things. I had a conversation with a client today about using an example of when you think things are really bad and really tough, not to make light of the fact that some people are grieving or some people are going through some really hard times, but there's always somebody else out there that has it worse. And if we ever wanted to watch the news, which I don't do, it's just full of pictures. So our local news has, lots of demonstrable graphics, and that of course plays on the psyche and the brain. And the brain remembers pictures and words. I mean, that's really how we manifest behaviors, is through pictures of things. And if we use a language or we focus on the things that are negative, or even if we have anxiety or worry about something that has not yet happened, it's an unknown. So if we constantly fill our brains with the things that are not working, we're not going to feel like we're moving forward. And the one thing that I have to stress is change is a constant thing in our lives. It's the one thing that we can guarantee is there's going to be change. And I think when people say, oh, I don't like change, well, it's kind of an ironic comment because we're always changing. We're changing as humans. Our chemistry is changing. Our environment is changing. It's a constant. So I wanted to just stress that, when shit happens in your life, just embrace it, deal with it, be aware of it, notice how it's making you feel, but you have at any one choice to decide to switch it to something different. You can think of a different thought. You can focus on something else that is a little bit lighter. You can go outside and go for a walk and just give the weight of your brain and body a little bit of a break. And so those are some of the suggestions that I made today and that I often do when clients are really just stuck. They're stuck in a rut. They're stuck in a particular instance that happened in their lives that are really getting them down. And we all have to have time to grieve. So if you've lost somebody, if you're going through a loss of a job or a relationship or a business, anything like that, those are big changes. Those are demonstrable downs. And yes, we have to go through the grieving process for all of those. They're all about the same. But in order to get out of that negative loop, we need to have an exit strategy. We need to have something else to look at. And it's not all positive thinking. So that is not what I'm trying to get across. It's just about being aware, accepting where you're at, and then having the knowledge that you can change. You have a choice. And that's the one greatest thing, is that we have a choice to change how we think and how we view things and what we want to focus on. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. We'll see you on the next Mind, Body, Movies. It's Leah Ruppel.